building an indie business in the center of venture capital. I am Alex Edmonds. People on the internet call me Supreme Ramham, and this is the Building an Indie Business podcast. Okay, so WordPress development. So last time I talked about WordPress, I talked about theme check, right? I believe so. Yes. And I talked about how I was checking my themes to make them good enough to sell in terms of security and the way the code was written, like comments and whatever. And so yeah, they have a plugin called Theme Check that will run you through all the errors. But sometimes it'll be like, oh yeah, you have this warning and it's not a big deal. And then also, Theme Check is for you to submit it to the WordPress premium themes website area where users can buy it from the WordPress store. And I don't want that. So I figured out how I can still check my themes, avoid that step, and have them, ready to sell and good to go. So what I do is now I download one of the themes that's already there for free. I download that. It's free, right? It's good to go. It's sellable right away. But what I do is I gut it. So I take anything out that, it doesn't serve me, right? So the CSS, some of the what's the word I'm looking at? Some of the PHP, things like that. But then I leave all the documentation and add my own stuff to it. And then when I submit it, or I do theme check, it doesn't have so many errors and warnings. Even though when I downloaded, I downloaded it and I ran theme check just to see if it was like 100%, and it wasn't. So there's some errors that I can just leave out, right? Yeah. So I'm still working on the first one. I gutted it. I changed some things around. There's some issues though. Not in terms of like the theme itself, but the way it's structured. So the way I learned WordPress development is to be very clean and precise. So you have PHP files in one folder, CSS files in one folder, functions, WooCommerce. When I downloaded the theme, it had no structure. It was just like PHP, CSS files, all in the same area. There were no folders, right? So it was just one big party. So I had to spend a couple of hours trying to figure out where everything went. So I think what I'm going to do and how I'm going to fix that is I'm going to download a theme, gut it, figure out where everything goes, organize it, and then I'm going to use that as like a template. So anytime that I want to create a new theme, I start with that template, I copy and paste it, and just work from there. And that way, I don't have to deal with I don't have to gut it again, right? And I don't have to, pick a new theme and figure out where it goes and blah, blah, blah. So yeah. That's coming along. I have some news that I will give in the next episode, probably. Yeah. And things are coming along. smashingthemes.com. It's good to go. I put the landing page. My next step is to set up the WordPress site, or not the WordPress site, the Shopify store. So right now it's on Firebase, and I need to move it to Shopify. So I'm going to do that. But I'm going to do that when I finish my first theme, and that way I could, right away optimize it for SEO from the very first product. So yeah, that's all I have for this episode for now. There's more stuff that I can talk about in a different episode. So yeah, thank you for listening. Have a nice day. Bye.